Hi, I'm Jackie Keenan. In Chicago Business Today, Willis Tower comeback. The building might not be as shiny as newer towers in downtown, but the 37-year-old Willis Tower is dusting itself off. The building is experiencing a resurgence after its vacancy rate rose to more than 20%. The new owners have made the sky deck a relevant tourist attraction again with the addition of the ledge, and they have lofty plans to make the 110-story tower green, as well as build an adjacent hotel. What has followed is a flurry of leasing activity at the building formerly known as the Sears Tower. Danny Ecker looks into the details behind the deals at Big Willie, including the one that changed its name.
You see how I specifically have my Mac over here, though, so I'm doing my work and not looking out, gazing at the window all the time.
For Lori Zeismer, the decision of where to set up the Chicago branch of her New York-based business was based on a simple equation. Find a place that conveys a world-class feel, but won't break the bank on rent. The solution was the newly christened Willis Tower.
It's an iconic building. It really is a city within a city. It offers so many different amenities.
Zeismer is the general manager of Office Links, a business center on the building's 84th floor. Her company signed its lease in 2008 just before one of the building's largest tenants, Ernst & Young, announced it was moving out. And it wasn't the only one to flee and leave gaping holes in the 3.8 million square foot tower's occupancy. Goldman Sachs and Citigroup are also leaving Willis, meaning almost 20% of the tower's rental revenue is on its way out. But Zeismer says that aside from the 110-story tower's luster and prominence, Office Links was lured by the deal they got on rent from the building's leasing group, U.S. Equities.
They were very supportive. We are the only business center in this building. They were very interested in having us here and worked with us so that we could secure a rent at an affordable level.
And Office Links wasn't alone. By cutting rents, U.S. Equities has secured enough leases to cut the tower's vacancy rate in half to about 10%. That mark is significantly better than the overall downtown vacancy rate in the fourth quarter of 2009, which was 16.2%. As it stands today, 13 floors are empty and available for lease. But the holes left by Ernst & Young's oncoming 2012 departure have been plugged quickly. And experts say it all began with a shrewd leasing move.
It was really the Willis deal that started the momentum.
Grubb & Ellis Vice President Jay Stewart says by securing a relatively small tenant and offering a good deal for naming rights in Willis Holdings, which rents less than 4% of the building, U.S. Equities sent a message that they were willing to cut rates to fill the vacancies. United Airlines followed with a city-subsidized 450,000 square foot deal, and from there, more leases have been signed at significant discounts.
I think they must have made a very hard decision that they would rather reach for United Airlines than be faced with vacant space, which they have to pay taxes on, operating expenses, and maybe in a year or two get a little more in rent. That, I think, has just continued the momentum, and it'll also just bring the building alive with the 2,000 plus employees I understand United is going to have down there.
In the meantime, Stewart says the building faces some serious competition from other West Loop options and will only go as far as the beleaguered commercial real estate market will allow. For Chicago Business Today, I'm Danny Ecker.
Thank you, Danny, for that report. The next big challenge for Willis will be to find a way to get law firm Sonnenschein, Nath & Rosenthal to stay. Its 228,000 square foot lease expires in 2014. And that's all for this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out the focus section of this week's Crains. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.